it's Larissa. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. And if you are, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you do, consider subscribing. It's just that red button down below, and you can hit the bell icon if you want to get notified every time that I post. But for today's video, we are doing a get ready with me, my current everyday makeup for springtime, my quick go-to routine. This is it. You're looking at it right now. So if you want to see how I did it, then just keep on watching. I start off with my Lancome foundation in the color 370 BISW. So when I'm doing my foundation, I start by just doing light little blobs all across my face. And after I disperse the product evenly around my face, I go in and blend it all together with my beauty blender. And I always try to dab the product on, not rub the product in, just to get a more even and natural look. Once that's all blended in, I take another small little drop on the back of my hand and I put it on my beauty blender, and I take that under my eyes just to conceal a little bit and on any blemishes, to cover the fact that I don't get enough sleep every night. And then whatever is left on the back of my hand, I just take that down my neck. But then I go into my Laura Mercier setting powder, and this is a Sonia Kashuk brush. This is just from Target. I freaking love it though. Sonia Kashuk brushes are awesome. And I just grab a little bit of setting powder and I take it into the top of the setting powder, and I like brush it out there, and then take it all across my face, starting with my eyes to get no creases under my eyes. And then I take it across my whole face so that the liquid is set. After that, I go in with one of my favorite Benefit products. This is the Hello Flawless little compact. And it's actually broken, so I like take this thing out, and then I grab the sponge that it came with, and I use that to conceal again all of those really awesome blemishes that I have like around my jawline. And then I also take that same stuff on, this is just a Sephora brush, and I take it down my neck. After that, the next thing we do is eyebrows, and please excuse my hairy caterpillars. They're on my forehead right now. The girl I go to who does my eyebrows, she is currently moving locations, and I don't even trust myself to do my eyebrows anymore. So I am very overdue to get my eyebrows done right now, but you know what? It's not worth ruining her masterpiece. So we just fill in and hope that no one notices how awful our brows look. That's my current situation right now. So I start off when filling my eyebrows, I brush them out like you just saw me do, taking them up and then down a little bit just to get them into the right shape. And then I start by making a line along the bottom of the brow. And to do this, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. After the bottom line is drawn, then I go in from the top, and I'm really trying to just like find the points, especially because they're like a jungle right now. I find like my inner point, my outer point, and my arch on the bottom, and then the arch on the top, and I try to fit my brow around where those are supposed to be. So I found the upper point there, and then I'm just gonna do light strokes in the front of the brow to match up with the high point I just made. And then I go in the front here and do light strokes upward to fill in the front of the brow. Even though I do these like upward strokes because that's the way your hair grows, that's why I do it that way, I also still do a little line along the top just for like continuity with the rest of the brow. And always doing very gentle light strokes, as gentle and light as you can. And then I go in with the opposite end, the like spoolie part of it, and I just brush them out just so that they look more natural. And again, I brush up and kind of over, and then I brush the outer tip down. After eyebrows, I start on my eyeballs. I just take a little fluffy eyeshadow brush in my Urban Decay Half Baked, and I put that all across my whole lid. It's basically just my go-to color. I've always had just one of these things. I've probably used this color since high school, honestly. But I love Urban Decay shadows. I want to try other colors for like my base color. I really liked Sin, but I just haven't really made the switch. If you have any colors that you like a lot for like your base eyelid color, let me know in the comments. So I just put that all over my whole lid, and then I take my Naked One palette and the color Naked. It's this third one right here, and I put that on the fluffy end of the brush, and then I put that in my crease. And then I also put it in the outer corners right here. I just like try to pack the product in the corner right there. And then I take the same color on the small end of the brush and I put that under my eyes, just in the outer corner under my eyes. Then we go in with eyeliner, and I haven't been wearing a lot of eyeliner recently. I'm trying to not wear as much makeup in general, just because it's quicker, it's easier, and also I'm kind of at a spot right now where I'm like, wearing too much makeup hides your natural beauty. And so I'm kind of going just for like the bare minimum, where it's light, but you also feel like you like really did your makeup and you look great, but it's a very light amount that we're putting on. So I'm using the Maybelline Unstoppable. I've also used this one for 5 This is the color Onyx. And I'm just gonna go from my outer corner of my eye in towards the pupil of my eyeball on the top, and then do kind of the same on the bottom, but really lightly. I actually learned this trick from James Charles, my favorite beauty guru of all time. He is an icon and I adore him so very much. But I do this with a little compact, because if you look straight at the mirror instead of looking down, you don't get as good of a view of your eyelid. So that's why we do this. So give that a try. This is also really good when you're doing like stick eyeliner or like twist up like this one, because I used to always have to pull my eye out to do it, to make a good line, and that makes you get wrinkles. So this is also helpful for that, because we don't want to get wrinkles until we absolutely have to. And then I use the eyeshadow brush from this palette to buff out the bottom liner. After eyeliner, we move on to mascara, and I'm using my absolute favorite mascara. This is the Benefit Roller Lash. I freaking love this stuff more than any other mascara I've ever used. I haven't tried their new one yet, although I really want to. It looks great. And I started off, I used to use the Benefit mascara that came in the silver bottle. I don't remember the name of it, but I used that one first, and then a girlfriend of mine told me to try this one, and I fell in love with it. I like it so much better. They're both great, but I like this one better than the silver bottle. But I really want to try out the new one. I just haven't done it yet. So maybe when this one runs out, we'll give that one a little review. So for this look, I kind of do 2 coats on each eye, only on the top lashes. I don't do the bottom lashes because I just don't think it looks right with what I'm going for, like the average everyday kind of springtime look. So that's what we're gonna do. I do 1 coat on each eye just to get the product on the lashes, and then on the second coat is when I really lift them and like try to curl them with the mascara. All right, so there is coat 1, and then we're gonna go in with our second coat and really lift and push the lashes up, get a little more product on them, but also focus on keeping the lashes separated. This product is really good at keeping your lashes separated and not getting clumpy. Okay, so that is it for mascara. I luckily did not get any on my eyelid. That is a godsend. That never happens. So mascara is done, and then we move on to bronzer. And when I bronze, I kind of do a combo of actually bronzing and contouring. You'll see what I mean when I go. But I use this Bare Minerals, the High Dive bronzer. I've used the same bronzer, again, for 5 I really want to try the Benefit Hoola bronzer, but I just haven't done it yet because I still have this one. I have a little tapered round brush from Sephora. This brush is so old that you can't actually read the words anymore. So it's Pro Contour Taint Contouring Precision Toint. I have no idea. It's brush 79. So we take the bronzer on this brush, tap it off, and then I start on my cheekbones. So I go just under the cheekbone to chisel it out a little bit, and I take it up a little bit towards the brow also. And I like to use this brush for doing this because, like I keep saying, when I'm doing this, I'm bronzing, not just contouring. So when I do this, it kind of blends it. Why am I using my hands so much? Larissa, this is a makeup video, like sit down. But I like to use this brush when I'm doing this because it kind of blends it out as it goes, so I don't have to go in and blend it again later. Then I also go up on the corners of my forehead. I don't do the center, just the corners. Just so we add to our sun-kissed look. How's that? How'd I do? And then I also go on my jawline. I do the same kissy face thing that you do when you're doing your makeup. I do that just to kind of chisel out my jaw so I can see it better as I'm putting the makeup. And then I just go underneath where my jawline is supposed to be. And then I also go back in with that fluffy brush that I used with the Hello Flawless, and I kind of blend that contour into my neck. And then we contour the nose. I'm using another Sonia Kashuk brush. This is, I cannot tell you what it is because literally the words are unintelligible on here. I know it's a Sonia Kashuk brush, but it's just like flat like that. And I, again, make the kissy face to make my nose go in, and then I draw the lines where that is. So we can get a nice snatched look, as James Charles would say. Oops. And then we go in with an Urban Decay Naked Flushed brush. I don't think they carry this anymore, but I just use this flat topped brush to blend out that nose contour. And then I do take that same end of that brush and I blend out my bronzer where I did put it, just to kind of double check that everything is blended in. Our next step is highlighting, and I'm using the opposite side of that same Urban Decay brush and my Fenty Beauty highlighter. Isn't she so pretty? I just got this. This is the rose gold one, Girl Next Door and Chic Freak, like my girl Riri. And I'm using the other side of that same Urban Decay brush. It's just a little tapered brush like this. And I haven't tried using just one side of the highlighter. The girl that sold it to me told me that you can just like blend them, so that's what I do. I take one swipe of one and one swipe of the other, and then tap off the excess, and I put it on the high points of my cheekbones. And then I use that same brush to blend it out also. And then I take that same brush that I used with my eyeshadow, I wipe it off on my little tissue, and I do the same one swipe, two swipe, and I highlight my nose. I do the little tippy top of my nose and also a little line down my nose. And then I go in to the inner corners of my eyeballs and the bridge or the arch of my eyebrow. And then last but not least, we do blush. I use a Clinique blush. It is number 06 Fig. This is what it looks like. I've used the same blush for 5 ever. And I just, again, do swipe, swipe, tap, tap. And I put that on the apples of my cheeks. Is that what that's called? I have no idea. And then of course our final step is to set our makeup, and I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Give her a good shake up. And then we just put that all over our face till we feel like we can stop. I just watched a Ryland Adams, I think he was recreating James Charles' makeup look, and he was like, I've always been wanting to do this, like I've always wanted to do this. And I just thought it was so funny. Ryland Adams is like my creator right now, like I'm obsessed with him. And that's it guys, that is my whole look from start to finish, my current spring, everyday, easy, quick makeup routine with honestly very little products in my opinion. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We are almost at 1,000. By the time I post this video, we might have already hit 1,000, but if you wanna keep getting my numbers up, I would really appreciate it. I would be so grateful. So hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so you get notified when I post, and come back next week because I will be posting every Thursday. And I'm thinking I might also start posting on Tuesdays, but we will see. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.